the rankings, the matchups you need to know, and as you make the trip from Highway 82 up to 271 to Hugo, Zach, thanks for joining us tonight,
Yeah, Scotty, glad to be here.
making the trip in, and we'll get started first with our sponsors. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Isabella Lennon, the Rails, which is our flagship title ship for the football game tonight. Jones Walker and Son Funeral Home, St. James Baptist Church, Brandon and Colleen Caffey, Cattleman's Livestock, the Glam Studio out of Paris, Texas, the Trailer Guys, First Baptist Church in Honey Grove, Fannin Bank, Ted Varner, which will be our defensive stand sponsor for tonight and for the next 10 weeks, Moe's Trophies, Small Town Charm, Bloodworth Services, Gaither's Complete Welding, KKJ Pools, Jake Shockley, which is our touchdown sponsor tonight, DK Burgers. Hey, we finally got us a food sponsor.
Oh, that's good.
Now we can try them out.
We like talking about food here, Tomahawk Sports Media. So
we do. We do.
Still waiting on the big W.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna say
the
anymore.
Rail Yard, John McCraw with Frontier Properties, Steve Kelly and Marianne Thurman, Lori Lane, and Whitlock Air Services, and then Wise Products. Guys, thank you for your sponsorships, and we couldn't do this without you guys.
And tonight's pregame show going to be brought to you by the Trailer Guys, your one-stop shop for trailers of all kinds with unbeatable prices and service that keeps you moving. Trailer Guys, located at 12643 State Highway 121 in Trenton, Texas. Give them a call at 903-989-5000.
Well, Zach, this season brings a lot of fresh energy to the Warrior Nation. We got Kyle Little, who's coming to lead the charge for the Honey Grove Warriors. He's had a successful run at Harleton, compiling up a 36-30 record, reaching the playoffs 5 out of 6 times. And, a lot of people don't know this, but he's got a state championship ring. He was a part of the 2016 Mineola team as an assistant coach.
He got it on tonight?
I don't know. I hadn't seen it. We've talked a little bit, but not a lot. Joining Coach Little to the Honey Grove Warriors staff is 2 guys that have Honey Grove ties. I believe you played with one of these guys, Buster Finney.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A
couple of years behind me, but
yeah, you played with him. He was a freshman whenever I was a senior. Got to play with him a little bit.
Yep.
And then Landon Cope comes back to Honey Grove. He was the head baseball coach over at Chisholm for a while. And then we have Tuck Frazier, who comes over from Ector. I believe he was at Ector and Savoy programs. And then Jerron Daniels and Carson McKnight are the new additions to the Honey Grove coaching staff.
of course, with new faces also comes tough goodbyes, Scotty. Honey Grove said farewell to 2 longtime coaches. Coach Shane Fletcher, he returned to his alma mater at Southeastern Oklahoma State, while Coach David Lopez, after 4 years with the Warriors, made the move to become the offensive coach at Van Alstyne.
Yeah, I believe Fletch is actually here tonight. I heard him about 20 minutes ago, gave off the big, dog bark.
Hold on, let me scan. I don't see the cowboy hat.
Well, I don't think he's got a Southeastern hat on tonight. I heard him though. That's how I knew it was
flying
here.
Under the radar.
Yeah, I knew it was here because I heard the old. He gives the bark away. So, Coach Lopez, talked to him. He's at Van Alstyne now, running a little bit of the offense. But
and we're going to need to hit him up and play some golf.
I talked to him yesterday. I think we're probably going to get that going. But hey, we can't forget about another one, Tate Banker. Your nephew got settled in at Austin College.
He did.
Looks like he's going to get a little bit of playing time this year.
Aiden and Tori went over and watched the scrimmage last week.
Yeah.
Everything went good.
But going back to the guys that we lost, All-State linebacker Levi Beavers, All-State defensive tackle Brody Mahan, Dre Pat's over there, and then Austin Freeman is actually a student assistant. He's a quarterback coach. And, man, he looks right in his element. We got to see those guys the other day at the inter-squad scrimmage and got to see all 4 of those guys in action. Of course, Coach Fletcher.
Yeah, they all followed Coach Fletcher up to Southeastern Oklahoma State.
It's been fun. Now let's look at the the predictions, right? This is
Okay.
what this holds about as much weight as that Dr. Pepper on that table. You know, just because just because what people say that don't necessarily mean that that's how it's going to turn out. But Honey Grove,
How many different ones are there?
man, you got the Harris poll, you got Dave Campbell's football, you've got Smokey. I mean, you got so many different ones that it's really hard to tell.
Well, but
And Max
that,
Preps, and of course, Max Preps is one of those ones that's based off strength of schedule. And, believe it or not, they got us like ranked fifth just based off our strength of schedule. We're just playing Marlin and playing, Winsboro
Hugo.
and Hugo. And I don't know how much strength of schedule Hugo's going to bring, but
Cooper.
Cooper. But, yeah, we'll dive into that. But they got us ranked coming in at number 8 in the season in Class 2A. That firmly puts the Honey Grove Warriors on the radar in the state of Texas. And that's some lofty goal. I mean, expectations, and every week you're gonna have to back it up.
Well, speaking of Cooper, Honey Grove slotted to win the district again with Cooper, Pewitt, Alba Golden to make the playoffs out of District 9-2A. So, question is, can Hugo use their home field to throw the Warriors off, or will Honey Grove's top 10 talent prove too much?
Well, this time we're going to go in depth a little bit. We're going to look at the Hugo Buffaloes and learn a little bit about them. We were able to watch a little video from KXII, and we'll go ahead and get that going. Yeah.
2025 under first-year head coach Scott Shear, the Buffaloes are coming together to build on their past success.
Some people just play it just to play it, or like if their parents make them play it or whatever, but everybody out here, they out here for a reason, and they want to be out here, and we all competing for the same thing.
We've shown up more, everybody's in tune. We got a whole lot more people here, so I'm glad to see that.
The big thing I've been trying to instill in these guys is we've got to get out of the me attitude and get into we. And that's kind of where I come up with Protect the Herd. It's about all of us, not about one of us. So it's not about me. It's not about, one kid. It's about all of us.
With the team's unity fueling the Buffaloes' fire this season, they're ready to make some noise and make some history.
My message really is just go out there and compete every day and work hard and just let our work show.
A lot more focus, want to get back, want to win, want to win a playoff game, get up there. So just a lot of effort.
We would like to erase, the vacancy of a district title here. To my knowledge, we've had 3 in our existence. So we're looking to expand on that. So we've got to take it one game at a time to do that. But I feel like we've got the guys and the team that can accomplish that if we'll come together and play for the Herd.
Buffalo stormed their way back to the playoffs last year with a 7-4 record while finishing third.
Got to listen to a great job by David Reed and KXII on the Hugo Buffaloes. So, Zach, this year's Warriors are built around leadership on offense, on the offensive side of the ball. Most of the skill guys are coming back. A lot of people are going to say that graduation depleted our trenches. But we have Stanford commit Rylan Morris returns to the Warriors' backfield, who had a breakout. He played in 5 games last season. And he had like 1,200 yards, rushing. That's phenomenal. And then you got Jarmez Daniels at quarterback, Traylon Bailey, the runner. He had the breakout year. When Rylan went down after the Marlin game, he absolutely did. And I talked to his dad Tracy. He's got Florida State talking to him. He's got
I didn't know
Sacramento State talking to him a little bit. Tulsa's talking to him a little bit. Junior, another breakout season. We should see Traylon Bailey committed at the end of the summer. And then you got All-State linebacker Mason Banker. He led the defense. Well, he was second on the defense behind All-State linebacker Levi Beavers last year. But he was all-district defensive MVP. And then you got Kobe Bryant. I always say Kobe Bryant. Sorry, Kobe Bryant. God rest your soul. But Kobe Pat, a guy that's just as good as him in Honey Grove. Kobe Pat, all district, both ways, offense and defensive lineman for Honey Grove. And then you got Luke Bryant. He was a solid contributor on the offensive line. Him and Kobe are your only 2 returners to that offensive line.
Yeah, Coach Banker's got he's got to get this new line ready to go for this season. Losing quite a few guys there, graduating out.
I mean, you lose your center, your 2 guards, one of your guards,
Tackle,
and then tackle, and then 2 tight ends. I mean, it's easy to say that, the offensive line's depleted, but, I've been out there at practice, and, I mean, those guys are getting after it.
Yeah, I don't know if you say it's depleted. It's just it's new faces. It's guys that had to step up. It's their time.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we're fixing to watch an interview with Ryland and Mez, and they're going to give a little insight.
The clock keeps ticking.
Yep. So let's look a little bit at Honey Grove Warriors from KXII.
A tremendous run last year, took it all the way to the state quarterfinals. Although they lost a big senior class, some of the best and most talented players remain. And that gives this team reason to believe that they can make another deep run and maybe even take it a little bit further.
That helps us a lot, especially because we have a lot of new guys and they've been sitting back watching, learning everything the older guys was doing. So it's good to have that good season because all the starters that we lost, it really motivates the younger guys to be just like them.
We're not a lot of seniors, but the seniors that we do have are in really key roles, but it's really the young guys who have to step up and play those big spots like the kids that were last year. It's real big shoes to fill, but I think they can do it.
The Warriors have a new head coach this year. Kyle Little takes over the helm and has implemented a new offense that will feature the traditional option and the run-pass option in an effort to get the ball in the hands of their best and most electric players.
And I think we have some skilled kids who can go score points. And so that's kind of what we're trying to do, is spread the field a little bit and make them defend everybody and get the ball into the hands of our skilled kids in open space and let them go score.
I like his philosophy of doing things. He really has a good motivation about the way he talks, the way he does everything. We have a good new scheme that we like. Looks like something we can do good.
2 more stops. We begin in Honey Grove, where the Warriors are.
Well, Zach, coming back, we're almost game time. We got about what?
We got 18 minutes.
18 minutes till kickoff, so we're going to have to fly through this one. So let's talk about keys to the game tonight. I'll cover those. Honey Grove, keys to the game. Got to stay disciplined. Got to stay disciplined on the road. Strike first. Take this Hugo crowd out of it, and then win in the trenches.
You know, Scotty, being ranked top 10 is an honor, but it also paints a target on your back.
It sure does.
The question now is, can Honey Grove live up to that ranking each Friday night, starting right here in Hugo, Oklahoma?
You know, I think they do. I think they set the tone tonight. We're fixing to come out of the locker room. But I think they set the tone tonight for the season, and then we roll into Corsicana next week, ready for Marlin.
Yeah, one of the biggest top 10 showdown against number 7 Marlin.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one.
It's a playoff preview.
Yep, sure is. Well, let's look around the league real quick, or around the district real quick. You got a couple of scores. We'll do some predictions real quick. We got Linden Kildare. They get shut out at Pewitt last night, 46-0. You got Overton at Alba Golden tonight, Rivercrest at Ore City, James Bowie at Quinlan Bowles, Cooper at Grand Saline. That's going to be a big game. It kind of, to me, it sets the tone for Cooper as well.
What are they? Are they 3A or 4A?
Yeah, Grand Saline's a 3A school. Hey, Warriors coming out, and Mason Bankers, I think he called it the other day behind the Friday Night Lights. He liked that white jersey, orange pant combo. So
hey, it looks good.
Hey, that's what we're coming out with tonight. And then you got Como Picton at Union Grove. So, Zach, I'm going to go ahead and pick some. I'm going to take Alba Golden over Overton, Ore City over Rivercrest. James Bowie dominates Bowles. I will pick Grand Saline, but it's not going to be a blowout. I think Cooper takes them till about fourth quarter, and then Grand Saline pulls away. And then Como Picton at Union Grove. So, but Zach, man, we're almost at kickoff time here. And, stick with us on Tomahawk Sports Media for our live play-by-play. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes, and we'll get it going and get us ready for some Friday night football.